double-headed eagle again. Mary, the baby Jesus.
The Virgin Mary. Because she carried Jesus in her womb, she's called the Ark of the New Covenant. Now the Grand Master's mention of Chartres Cathedral makes absolute sense to me.
Kinga, we're going to the beginning of the pilgrimage route to the Holy Land. We're going to France.
We've travelled from Ethiopia to Tuscany, Italy, on the trail of the Ark of the Covenant. Symbols in plain sight, and cryptic hints from a Knights Templar Grand Master just might point the way to the final resting place of the Ark.
We're going to France.
At the same time the Knights Templar took the Ark from Lalibela to their stronghold in Tuscany, the Order was building Chartres Cathedral in France.
Look at Chartres, absolutely ripping the skyline to pieces.
This cathedral was built to honour the Virgin Mary, to hold sacred treasures brought back from the Crusades, perhaps to hide the most powerful treasure of them all.
We know what we're looking for, anything relating to the Ark whatsoever. Kinga, hey guys, come here. Look at this, right here. With this small box. Look what's inside it. Item 1, Aaron's rod. 2, the pot of manna. And the tablets there that were given to Moses. The 10 Commandments. That there is the Ark of the Covenant. If it was any other set of objects, it could be just any old chest or a box, but that there, right at the entrance to the cathedral. We need to get inside, we need to follow the path of the Ark, and it's pointing right here towards the door, and possibly where the Ark is today. Let's move on.
Ashley, come see this. Look, this is the main reason for pilgrimage to this cathedral.
The very shroud that the Virgin Mary wore when she was giving birth to Christ. Look there, right at either side of the veil. 2 winged cherubim pointing inwards, exactly like a lid.
What Ark?
The Ark of the Covenant.
Just like the Ark and the Eagle. Mary, the Ark of the New Covenant. Could this be a sign the lost Ark is nearby?
You know, we've been looking up above, but look what's right under our feet here.
Look at that.
It's the Chartres Labyrinth. Some say you begin at the opening and you work yourself around the labyrinth and you end up right there in the center, which is symbolic of enlightenment itself.
And it's also symbolic of the pilgrimage to Jerusalem.
But look at the center of the center. Can you see the outline of a rectangle in there? It's unusual to see such a perfect piece of stonework the whole way around it, and then in the middle you've got this crude, sort of scrappy-looking box. It's almost as if this has been hollowed out, and then it's been jammed back, and then over time people have possibly tried to get in there, and it's been repaired, but there's nobody getting in now.
It's too small to be a coffin.
It almost matches the design of the Ark perfectly. Look at the size of it.
A crypt matching the one in the Castello. At the center of the labyrinth, the most holy place in this entire cathedral.
We started in Lalibela on the track of the Ark. We know that the rock-cut churches and the symbology there pointed towards the Knight Templar. We journeyed through Italy, and everything pointed us towards France. Here, to the first high Gothic cathedral in the nation. We know that St. Bernard of Clairvaux, the Knights Templar, designed Chartres as an embodiment of the Holy Jerusalem, built just after the Templars returned from the Holy Land. What better to have at the center of his temple than the Ark? This might be the final resting place of the Ark of the Covenant.
One thing I know about Templar hiding places, there's always more than one way in. There's got to be a passageway under the labyrinth. Kinga talks a caretaker into letting us into the basement. He has no idea what might be hidden under there. He lets us go in, alone. I lead Kinga away from the lights in the main corridor.
Kinga, look, it opens up. We can go further under the cathedral right here.
Wow.
Look, the stairs. Yeah, this is gonna get me right underneath the floor of the cathedral. Maybe even right below the labyrinth. Stay here, I'm gonna be back in a moment. Oh yeah. Oh, this goes on and on. Look at this. I'm heading towards the labyrinth. Right beneath the floor of the church. I can touch it, it's right above my head. But the tunnel tapers off and there's like a wall here. But there's quite possible that there's something further on along that tunnel. There might be a vault right there underneath the center of the labyrinth. I'm right beneath the floor, but I cannot get further.
Beyond that wood, thick, solid rock. The space is the right size for the Ark of the Covenant. We know because the dimensions of the Ark are spelled out in the Bible. Whatever's underneath the labyrinth is entombed for the ages. But why would the Knights Templar hide the Ark? Why not display it? Because they believed in its powers. And over the years, so did many others, including leaders like Hitler, who wanted to use the Ark for their own evil purposes. I believe the Knights Templar knew it was best to bury the Ark beneath this sacred site. When I was stopped by that wall of wood, I may have come as close as anyone to the Ark of the Covenant.
This might be the final resting place of the Ark of the Covenant.
On my next quest, I head to the jungles of Central America on a mission to find the cursed Mayan talking cross.
What is that?
These are children's handprints.
For decades, mankind has been captivated by the great Mayan mysteries like ancient astronauts and doomsday prophecies. But one of the most incredible Mayan legends, the Talking Cross, has become more than just a myth. Armies have searched for it, cities have claimed it, and thousands have died protecting it. The legend begins over 5 centuries ago with the Mayans discovering a stone cross and a cenote, which are dangerous underground caverns filled with water. The Mayans claimed the cross could speak to them and even grant them blessings. The Mayans eventually took the talking cross to the village of Shokin, where it was worshipped by the people. In return, they received the power to battle their enemies and protect the ancient Mayan culture from invaders. But years later, it's said the Mayans turned away from their gods. So the cross began making extreme demands, even killing villagers who disobeyed. Finally, the villagers decided they had enough. So 13 Mayan priests and 9 children, whose holiness and purity were thought to calm the gods' anger, took the cross to a secret cave just outside the village of Shokin. There, they planned to perform a sacred ritual to ask the gods for forgiveness and guidance as to where they should take the cross to escape its angry wrath. But once they left the village of Shokin, the priests, children, and cross vanished forever. If the mission at the cave was a success, we need to find a clue to where they might have taken it next. That's why we're on our way to the Yucatan.
So here we are, looking for something that's going to help us find our way.
Our journey starts where the legend says the talking cross was last seen. The village of Shokin. Our Spanish-speaking cameraman, Jose, will help us translate along the way. We're looking for a Mayan elder who might know the ancient cave that the priests and the children traveled to with the talking cross.
is an amazing little town. Hasn't changed in hundreds of years. King and Jose are trying to find a local elder, see if he can help us with the cross.
¿Cuánto tiempo tienen aquí en esta parte?
He said he was born here?
Yes, they're all born here.
All born here.
It doesn't take long before Kinga strikes gold with a group of lifelong residents.
The locals pointed me towards a Mayan elder named Primitivo Chang. He's 87 years old. This man has information about this area that you can't find online or in books.
That's super cool. You know, the thing about these Mayans is history is passed down through verbal tradition, through oral tradition. Absolutely, that's cool.
He lives in a little hut out of town.
Okay, we're gonna go up and see this guy. He answers his door.
¿Qué pasó?
At first, the Mayan elder is hesitant to speak to us, saying only that the talking cross is cursed and that we should just leave it alone.
Tales del norte donde se encuentra.
But Jose's Hispanic ancestry momentarily softens him,
Sí, buscando el Señor que sabes.
and he reluctantly agrees to speak with us.
Está en su casa.
Thank you. So first of all, we must say thank you for giving us your time.
Primero que decir que gracias por su tiempo.
When we sit down, he tells us that searching for the cross is useless. Many have tried, but no one has succeeded.
Is there any information you can give me to help me narrow down my search?
Hay información donde posiblemente podamos encontrar la cruz parlante.
La cruz esa, que están las ruinas, como dice.
There is a location where we might find what we're looking for.
Okay.
Ese lugar donde se
He
dice.
tells us about a hidden cave deep within the jungle that's associated with the cross, but that no one goes there because it's cursed. He agrees to arrange for us to meet with a Mayan friend who's familiar with the jungle, but he says we should proceed at our own risk.
Okay, so what we're doing is looking for a cave. Well, the legends told us that the cross was taken from a cave to another location.
But this isn't the cave where we think the cross is.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we need to do is look for clues, and maybe even in the orientation of the cave that's going to show us where those priests and the children took the talking cross.
Okay, you know what? That's him. Hola, Mario Kinga.
Mario Novelo.
Ashley, pleased to
This
meet
is
you.
Ashley.
Mario Novelo. Por la creencia de la mitología maya.
Saying it's a very forbidden place to a lot of people, so a lot of people try to stray away from it.
Mario agrees to take us to the entrance of the cave, but that's as far as he's going to go.
Let's go. Can we get you all the kit and get up there? Do we need ropes? Is it deep?
If a man hands you ropes, take them.
We'll go in here. All right, guys. We're going to have to try and come right through here and come down the other side.
Every one of these plants bites.
Damn it, these things are hard.
What would Mayans use as a compass out here, Ashley?
This here, look. This is a compass.
Tree.
Do you know that trees always grow to where the sun is? So, on any given forest, the natural slant will always be to the south, to the sun right there. So at midday, 1.5 hours ago, the sun would have been there. The trees growing directly towards the sun. There's my compass right there.
That's nice to
Let's
know.
go.
It's no surprise this cave has been left undisturbed for so many years. There's huge thorns everywhere.
Well, this reaffirms that no one's been here.
Hiking through here is extremely dangerous. You have to watch every step to avoid being stuck by the spiky plants.
Look at this.
Careful coming in here. This stuff's so sharp. Ah, you bastard.
Ashley, did it puncture you all the way through?
That was a bad one.